start. Hey, gang. um, I guess I want to start this video off by saying that, I read earlier that former Chicago Bears member Steve Mongo McMichael passed away, and and for those of you who didn't know him as a member of the Chicago Bears, a lot of wrestling fans probably remember him for his time being in WCW as a member of the Four Horsemen and a former United States champion. And and last I heard about him, he was in really bad shape. He was pretty much bedridden. Read a few hours ago. Well, not a few hours ago. It was, I think it was like maybe earlier this afternoon or something like that. They pretty much, I think said that they were taking him into hospice or something like that. And usually that's a bad sign. They say we're gonna take you to hospice. It's like, oh, that's not good. And when they said that, I was just ready to read, that he's gone. And I saw, like I said, a few hours ago, it was reported that he had passed away, and my heart just sank. You know, I liked him. He seemed like a really funny guy and everything like that. But when you do any kind of a full contact sport, your health is not going to be all that great. Your mind's gonna be messed up, your body's gonna be in pain and everything like that. And some people don't consider pro wrestling a full contact sport, but they do get injured quite often. And I was just really saddened to read that Steve McMichael Mongo passed away. And I just gotta say, when I read quite a few months ago that he was bedridden and everything like that, I think the last time I read something about him was sometime around the Super Bowl, and said he was watching it and really seemed to be in good spirits, but it's just, his health seemed to be deteriorating and getting worse and worse, and I was like, man, I just, the thing I hated the most was just seeing pictures of him in bed and everything like that, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to, I didn't want to see him like that. I just want to remember him for being who he was, and that was a heck of a football player, and a really good pro wrestler and everything like that. And now I guess we can kind of say he's forever immortalized on the Botchamania channel, although I don't know how long it's been since they played one of his videos, but before they played one of his videos, they played that clip from Blazing Saddles, where they would say, never mind that. Here comes Mongo, and they have him, show him doing an entrance and everything like that. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking to see that happen, and usually a lot of celebrity deaths don't really bother me all that much, but when I'm a really big fan of a celebrity and they pass away, I just can't help but feel sad. I mean, it's like losing a friend or a family member, and in this case, I've been a Chicago Bears fan pretty much all my life, and there's been so many that have gone to football heaven, and just seeing this happen, is just, it's heartbreaking, but I'm just glad to know Mongo's in a much better place, and everything like that. So happy for him, happy he's no longer in pain, and God bless him, and Mongo, he's gonna be missed. What can I say? Hopefully next Friday we're gonna get this stupid yard sale going. My God, through this month there have been so many people leaving stuff here. The neighbor Sheila, she's brought over a lot of stuff. Reno's cousin Kayla's dropped off some stuff. Reno's dropped off some stuff. And I'm like, my God, people, I appreciate all the stuff you're dropping off, but you gotta give a guy a little time to try and get everything together, and hope that everything's gonna go well next week. because the cancellation of the Highway 10 yard sale, which really sucked, and I've still been hearing nobody really participated in it, although I think maybe certain places did, but for around here nobody did. But yeah, I really hope to get everything set up and everything like that, hopefully starting by either Monday or Tuesday, depending on what this weather's going to do. By the time this video gets uploaded, hopefully we'll be in the last day of a 2-day, apparently non-stop rain thing going, and I got a bad feeling for the next 2 days, if the rain really does hit, we're going to be hearing those stupid tornado sirens going off again. And, I pray I'm not going to see any, emergency alerts on my phone going like, seek shelter. Like, why? But yeah, hopefully the art sale is going to go through next week. I kind of doubt I'm going to be called by the city to go and do any work right now. So having this yard sale will be a lot of fun. And you can probably more than likely bet there's going to be some videos being recorded. Hopefully not too many confrontations between Reno and who, because, while I find it entertaining a lot of times, I'm trying to just be like, come on guys, let's be peaceful and human beings out here. So yeah. So again, if all goes well, I'll get everything started on Monday, getting everything set up, and we'll see where things go from there. Something I mentioned in a video, what was it, a few days ago or something like that, giving you guys my thoughts on this whole thing of people who have serious mental problems doing drugs. I've seen it way too many times. I've seen too many friends who have, ADD, ADHD, schizophrenia, things like that. They go off and they smoke weed, or they'll do meth, or anything like that. And I just don't do anything about it, because my whole feeling is like, what I've learned a long time ago, and that is we're not superheroes. We can't save the world. But you get these people who have these serious mental problems, thinking that I'm gonna smoke a little weed, or I'm going to inject something into my system, and this is gonna make it all better. It's like, no, it's not. It's not gonna make it any better. It's just gonna make it worse. And seeing a couple of guys I know, just how their lives have just been greatly destroyed because of this. I wish people didn't have to do drugs, but some people just have that escape, and you can't do anything about it. Personally, I wish that they didn't have Adderall anymore, because finding out that stuff has meth in it, that's basically just for anybody to get a hold of and just say, oh yeah, I got ADD because it's supposed to be for ADD, and I'm like, and they're giving this crap to children. Great. Getting them on the road to heavier and worse drugs, yeah. But I'm sorry, I just don't think it's a good idea for people who have mental problems to to smoke weed and do meth and things like that, because it's not going to make the problem go away. It's going to make it worse. And most of the time, these people, like one of my friends, just gets peer pressured into doing it. And and people like that who just peer pressure people who have no control over their own life, I think they should be put in prison for the rest of their lives and everything like that. And if you're supposed to take medication, well, that's the other thing that bothers me though too. Take this medication to take care of your little schizophrenia. It doesn't work. Medication doesn't work. It's all fake. It's all just a bunch of nonsense. It's like you might as well just give them a bunch of Skittles, for crying out loud. But yeah, just giving drugs to people who have serious mental problems, it's not a good idea, and it needs to stop. But it won't, unfortunately. So there we go. What else else has been going on? Yeah, I don't know. Oh my God, we're getting close to school being let out already. Holy crap. I don't believe it. I mean, April's almost over with. May will be here before too long, and I think, I don't know when school's going to let out here, but when it does. God almighty. So I think I'm seeing a dog. Yeah, it's one really big cat walking across. But yeah, school's gonna be letting out before too long, and I feel like I say this more times than I should, but it's like, man, the year's just going by too fast. It's like, daggum, it's like, so let's slow it down a little bit here. Let's enjoy life, before it's all over with. But yeah, school's gonna be letting out here before too long, and they may let it out a little earlier than they usually do. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised that they're not trying to push it into June because of oh, there it is. Because the days that there were no school due to the winter weather. So I don't know. They probably just figure, like, no, we don't want to be here any longer anyway, and summer school's gonna be bad enough. And personally, I just say get rid of summer school. It's a waste of time. Didn't do me any good. So there you go. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap this one on up because I think I've gone on long enough, and and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. If not, hopefully it's better for you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. If you would, please go check out. And if you like, subscribe to the awesome channels down in the description below. And if you would help me get this channel to 1,000 subscribers, it'd be much, much, much appreciated. And if that does happen, I will try to do my very, very best to stop eating peanut butter during the summertime. For those of you who knows what that does to me, sometimes I forget and I need a little reminder in the comments below. Like, Doc, don't eat peanut butter in summertime. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, man. It's not a good thing for me to do that. Where'd that animal go? Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Before we get on out of here, just got to ask you guys a question. Do you think that's a cat or a dog? Oh, that's got to be a cat. Okay. Big cat, what have you been eating? Good Lord. Whew. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good. Try to be good yourself and try to be good to others. There's another one. Starting to get a little weirded out about all these cats walking around late at night. Till we do this again, as always. As always, or is that not a cat? Sorry. As always, stay strong and rock on, kitty.